got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Jingle.
What the fuck do you mean the Batman 2 is delayed? Ah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to movies and everything in between. My name is Aiden, and I hope that you're doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be doing a review of a reprint of All-Star Comics number 3. This is an issue that I bought at Toronto Fan Expo 2025 for 10 Canadian dollars. And this is the first appearance of the Justice Society of America, and the members, as you can see on this gorgeous cover, are the Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Dr. Fate, the Spectre, the Atom, the Sandman, and Hourman, and not on the cover is Johnny Thunder. But, oh, and the Red Tornado makes a cameo, but this is an anthology story because it has the overlying plot of the Justice Society having their first meeting at a hotel that they rented out, and each member tells a story of how they almost died, or just their greatest adventure up to date. But yeah, so Flash tells a story about how he found some buried treasure, some sunken treasure on a Spanish ship in Panama that he heard about because his girlfriend's friend's father was looking for it, but some guys were trying to steal the treasure out from under him. So Flash runs down to Panama, stops them, finds the treasure, gives it to the guy. And Green Lantern, he tells a story of how he was fighting some corruption in the city. The Atom tells a story about how he was on the Atom is in college, so he was on a school trip, and he saw these guys trying to steal some gold from a military transport, so he stops them. Hawkman went on a adventure in Kilimanjaro, and he was stopping this guy from using this device to activate the volcano, and he would use it to rule the world. Dr. Fate fights this evil wizard. Sandman fights this mad scientist who's using like this shrinking technology. And the Spectre fights this alien who is trying to kill as many people as it can because it's just evil. Hourman stops some jewel thieves who are trying to frame him by dressing up as him. And Johnny Thunder makes a joke about how... One of the many reasons why I love Golden Age comic books is that they break the fourth wall all the time. And Johnny Thunder makes a joke about how the editor couldn't find an artist for his story, so they just wrote it in prose. But his story is about him trying to protect this girl from kidnappers, and comedy ensues because he's Johnny Thunder, he's the comic relief. Those are all of the stories, and like I said, Red Tornado makes a cameo in one of the in-between sections when they're just chatting, and the story ends with J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. He invites them to Washington, and a later story says that he deputizes the JSA so that they could be legal and take down criminals and corruption and Nazi spies, because it's World War II. Because this came out in 1940, I believe, winter, or early 1941. This is several months before. Yeah, it must have been early 1941, because this is several months before Wonder Woman made her debut at the end of 1941. But yeah, and overall, I just think it's great. There's some gorgeous artwork, and the stories are very fun. Just Golden Age glory.
But when duty calls, they answer, bringing the fight for freedom to the front lines. They are the mystery men and women known as the Justice Society of America.
And they keep the original art, they just touch it up. Here's Sandman's story. He was on a road trip with his girlfriend when his adventure ensued. Oh, and they also mention Superman, Batman, and Robin. They're like, Johnny Thunder's like, hey, who's, taking care of business while we're all at this meeting? And Flash is like, oh, Superman, Batman, and Robin have it covered. That's why they're not at this meeting. But, they are unofficial members. Here's Hawkman's story. Here's his lover, Shaira Sanders, who will become Hawkgirl. And here's the ending of Flash's story. Well, no, that's the beginning of Flash's story, excuse me. And here's the Spectre story. Hourman. Dr. Fate. Well, they do get one artist to draw one little drawing for Johnny Thunder's story, but here's the Atoms. And Green Lantern was the last story. But yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being horrible and 10 being fantastic, I would give this, I'd give it a 9. I really, really enjoy all of the stories. It's just that, some of the outcomes are quite predictable, but this is just the dawning of the golden age. We're a couple of years into the golden age of comics, but we're still working things out. And here's the prose and the drawing for Johnny's story. But yeah, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It's almost perfect if it weren't too predictable, and if you gave more time to flesh out some of the characters. But I understand you're allotted a certain amount of page real estate and you got to make it work. But yeah, definitely recommend it. And I'm sure you can find this same reprint or an omnibus that will collect the JSA Golden Age adventures. But that's all I've got for you today in this video for the National Timely Action Hour. My name is Aiden, and I sincerely hope that you have a wonderful day. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends, and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Hype this if you're on your cell phone, and in the description you'll find the links to my podcast as well as my social media profiles, Patreon page, and merch store. So please check out those links, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.